around you tries to fit you into a certain mold. So that's exactly what bullies do, which is why they like to keep people off guard. Because when you're a child, it's easy, like you don't know as much about the world as you should or as other people do. So it's easy to confuse you and to lie to you and to make you do things that you will realize later were actually not in your best interest. And I think that's all that whole bullying thing is because once I can tell you what you can and can't eat, when you can and can't look at me, I'm basically treating you like a child. So by the time you come to my show, you're already all nervous. So then I know I'm going to get the interview I want from you, but then you're not being yourself. You're not comfortable. And if that's how she feels that's the best way to get ratings and to have a great show, then good for her. But I can never endorse her or anyone like her because they're just all assholes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess, if you put it that way, it doesn't fit into the whole image of like being nice, because being nice means being accommodating. And if you can't accommodate people, then you're not.
People that you invited onto your show, fam.
Yeah.
You see, like, I wonder if they were meeting somewhere, then she could specify, can we please meet Kai? And I would prefer if it's like this and like that, right? Right? Because an interview ultimately is a collaboration view, where even if we go with what you're saying, that these are performers, maybe that's why it's difficult sometimes to have collaborations, and that's why groups don't stay together too long. It's because you have too many artistic egos. And like an artist's ego always thinks like they have the masterpiece in mind. So they normally force for people that want things done their way. But for me, the artists that have lasted the longest, that have had some of the best careers, are people that are able to collaborate, where they understand that, okay, I have my own rituals and ways of doing things. But now that I'm going to do this with you, I'm going to meet you halfway. Or those are the people, like, look at the Roots, for instance. How long has the Roots band been together, V-Way? And how much beautiful quality music have they given us in the meantime? Because they were able to collaborate. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as Black Thought has his own artistic vision, and as much as Questlove has his own artistic vision, somehow, some way, they managed to put all that aside. We're definitely at that era where we are starting to see the end of the era of domination, and it's the rise of the era of collaboration. That's why you can have all colored people, all colors of people marching for Black Lives Matter, because it's the era of collaboration. So anybody that is found to be holding on to the era of domination, we need to let go of, regardless of our personal feelings, because they're literally on the wrong side of history. They are standing in the way of progress. Because as long as there's one person that we're willing to justify, or no, but she's a strong woman with a strong vision, you're still justifying domination over collaboration, which means you are keeping us in the pot when we're trying to move forward. And I would like to see a future where collaboration is the norm, it's the rule, like everybody knows how to collaborate with others. Because also, another thing that being able to collaborate shows is maturity. Because kids, like, when you're young, your ego is everything, right? You see the world as if it's here to serve you, right? But as you get older, as you mature, you understand, or you are one being in the world, and the best place to be in the world is where you have everything around you, everyone around you collaborating with you. Basically, being in a community, a healthy community, a supportive community. That's the best place to be, because you can be a bully, but as a bully, your card can only run so long. There's only so long that you can push people around before they push back, and that's the problem with people like that, is that they're not learning from history. Every bully in the world, no matter how great they became, no matter how much they managed to accomplish, eventually the empire crumbled because they pushed too many people for too long, and eventually the whole thing had to fall apart.
Yeah. No, I'm not
caping for Ellen.
I'm not caping for Ellen. I'm just I think my point was made, and I think definitely the whole house of cards has to fall down. The whole illusion of what leadership was thought to be before needs to come down, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work ultimately. But the way 2020 is going, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if like an article came out like Questlove actually hates Black Thought. They've never liked each other.
Come on, bro. For real. For real. You really think that could happen, dog.
How many people were like, oh, Will and Jay, but at least there's Will and Jay.
Yay.
You know,
True.
maybe couples, but at least look at Will and Jada, guys. They love each other. So
there's hope, you know.
There's hope.
Yes. Yeah.
The age of heroes is falling. People are putting people.
No, but I think for me, right, the most important thing about the era of collaboration is it starts with that first admittance, which is I am no better than you. Whereas the era of domination, the reason, like the only way to get ahead in showbiz in the era of domination is to make it seem like you're greater than everyone else. And now with the internet and reality TV and Instagram and all of that, right? It's like people would only do this on camera, and then you'd hear the stories of them being fucked up from only a small circle now, right? But now that their lives are a show 24 hours a day, it's no longer just their job. They've had to make a show of everything. So you were just a great actor. You're Will Smith. You were a great actor. But now, in order to stay relevant, you have to put out more content. You have to be active on your Instagram. So you have to constantly. And now, obviously, if you are a part of a family, now you have to bring your family into it. But now it's no longer your real life. It's the show. Like you're an actor,
you're performing.
Exactly. Now you're performing, and people bought the performance, and now they're mad when they realize, oh, the performance is not the reality. So my point is, it always comes back to being a poor righteous teacher in the sense that there's no show over here, man. This is really who we are. This is really who I am as a person. You know what I mean? I am this person, and I also happen to make music good. If you want to follow me in my life, what you get is what you get. But it has to come back to maturity, because you must remember that one of the reasons why a lot of people are famous is because they were seeking validation. So that lets you know already over this person hasn't matured to a point where they are comfortable in their own skin. They still feel like they have to do something in order to be loved and accepted. They have to put on the best show. They have to have the most followers on Instagram. You know what I mean? They have to be the constant talk of they have to be in the tabloids constantly. These are people that are seeking validation in the worst way because they haven't matured to a point where they are comfortable with themselves and they know what kind of love empowers them, and therefore they don't need to constantly be out there trying to get love and acceptance from everybody else. So I feel like that is the thing that we have to speak about is, okay, we love the entertainment, right? But what is the entertainment costing the artist? Because if for you to be a good artist, you must remain immature and completely egotistical. I would like to see that fall. I would like to see the era of collaboration represented where artists are sharing to all of our improvement as much as we're sharing to their improvement, where we're not exploiting them, because currently that is the nature of the situation. Artists end up overdosing on drugs. People don't have normal lives and healthy relationships. People are being depressed, killing themselves. Like, the reality of being an artist in this era is rough as fuck, bro. It's really rough. And you can have all the money, all the fame, but what it does to your mental health, it doesn't look like it's a good picture, bro. The strongest of the strong, even Dave Chappelle needed to boot out of the whole thing and just come over to South Africa for a while, because he realized his mental health is at risk with the current system. Yeah.
And he said something. He said a similar thing about who was it again? The other bad boy in Bad Boys for Life, Martin Lawrence. He said a similar thing about Martin Lawrence, right?
Yeah, even Martin cracked when he was running. Yeah, when he was running on the highway screaming and shit with a gun or something. Or what? So that's what I'm saying, is the era of domination fucks everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it, it's domination from the top down, right? You're an artist. You sign with the label, right?